Hey, for the month of February, I'm doing a series about love and entrepreneurship. Each week, we'll talk about a different topic related to this theme, love and entrepreneurship. This post and the next relate to love between two people, but the next two posts broaden that definition of love. Keep checking in each week for more. For now, let's jump into this idea of working with your significant other. The standard thought about working, let alone starting a business with your significant other, is that it's not a good idea. If you know any couples who have started businesses together, you probably know at least one couple that has split up while trying to start or run their business. Starting a business is hard. It's stressful. There are late nights and early mornings. There are worries about making money. And then to add the dynamics of your closest relationship seems ill-advised. But some couples make it work. My husband and I are one of those couples. I thought I'd share some thoughts about how and why we made it work. If you're thinking about starting or have already started a business with your significant other, I hope our story helps you evaluate your own relationship and decide if entrepreneurship is right for you and your significant other, or if you've already started, how you can make it work even better for you. I recommend sharing this post with your partner, him or her, and have a conversation. Maybe have that conversation during date night. I'll talk more about why as I tell this story. When Brandon and I were dating, we had a few couples to whom we looked up. They seemed to have marriage figured out. One of these couples had the same passion, both of them did, but they were working in very different spheres. Brandon and I would always talk about whether it would make more sense for this couple to focus on one endeavor that aligned with their shared passion or if they should just keep working separately in different areas. We suspected that focus might help them. At the very least, they would spend more time together. Plus, it might lend toward greater impact within that area that they were passionate about. Now, we weren't judging this couple. They needed to make their own decisions about their own marriage, just like you need to do that, I need to do that, and everyone needs to do that. We were simply asking ourselves, would what they are doing work for us, or would we want to try something different? We always came back to the idea that we wanted to do things together, not separately. After we got married, when it came to cooking dinner, washing the dishes, we tended to do things together. Rather than divide and conquer, we shared responsibilities. This worked way better for us than fighting over who was going to cook dinner that night. Most of the time, I have to say, this worked well, but sometimes Brandon would use it against me. I would not want to do something, and he'd suggest that instead of just him doing it because I didn't feel like it, that we do it together. It's more fun when we do it together, became a common phrase in our household. So when it came to starting our business, we did almost everything together. I'm more of the writer, and I left my cubicle first, so he wasn't really available to work alongside me at the beginning, but we'd still talk about everything before and after I would, do it while he was at work or, different things. We are very different people. So having two different perspectives on whatever we were working on made that better. So even if I was the one that was doing it, having his perspective made what I did better. He'd push my analytical and introverted thinking, and I'd get him to focus on action items rather than coming up with more and more and more new ideas. When one of us felt like giving up, the other one would go back to the stories of knowing that we know that we know. Working together worked really well for the first couple years of business. We didn't have too many troubles. But the stress of trying to make the business work finally got to us. We got to a point where we were always working. Even when we weren't at work, we were still talking about the business. We didn't even realize what was happening. Our heads were down. We were focused on figuring out how to make our business work. We were so focused that we forgot that we needed to work to make our marriage work as well. We reached a breaking point. That's when our friends and our coaches helped us get back on track. We made one simple change that made a gigantic difference for us. What was that change? We implemented date night. Once a week, almost every single week. Each Friday night at 5 p.m., we start date night. And there's one rule of date night: no talking about work, period. We simply have dinner, watch a movie, play a game of cards, go for a walk, or whatever we feel like doing. And instead of talking about our business, we talk about our feelings or our next vacation. We gossip about friends. It's been years since we've implemented date night, and there's been very few weeks we've missed it. We look forward to it every single week. It's our time, and nothing stops us from having it. Date night is the most important thing that we've done to save our marriage and our business. But it's not the only thing. We also started having a set time each week to catch up on all the business stuff. We didn't really like the idea of calling it a staff meeting, so we call it a rally. It's our time to get on the same page about where our business is and decide what's most important to do next. With the rally, we make sure we talk about all the things that are needing to be discussed. Afterward, we go into action mode. We get things done, and then we just check in a little bit about them throughout the week. But the rally keeps us on track and focused. Without the rally, we're here and there and everywhere, and especially in talking about our business. Without the rally, it's like we're two ships in the night, always missing each other in our business. So what can you take away from our story? Date night. Do it. Don't let anything or anyone come between you and a weekly date night, especially when the business gets tough. You and your significant other will need this to work. You'll need this no work together time. It's crucial. Start doing non-business related stuff together as practice. If you haven't started your business yet, try out doing more things together. Cook dinner together, wash dishes together, create or update your budget together. Whatever you're already doing, test out doing it together. Talk about everything. Say, hey, can I throw this idea by you? Our rule number one rule in life and in business is communicate, communicate, communicate. Seriously. You might have separate spheres within your business, but it's still very helpful to get feedback and input from your partner. Regular times to rally. This goes along with talk about everything. If one or both of you are introverted, talking about everything will look differently for you. You might talk about everything during a set time, like a rally, rather than when a thought just pops into your head. I'm way more introverted than Brandon, so we've set this rally up, and it's worked really well, and it's helped us keep our balance. It's also helped us balance our different perspectives. So if anything I talked about today struck a chord with you, I'd love to set up a time to talk more, whether you're just starting out or you're years into your business with your significant other. I'd love to help you strategize how to take it to the next level. I posted a link below to where you can book a phone call with me. There's no pressure or gimmicks with the call. I'm simply interested in helping others. Schedule a time right now, and I'll look forward to talking with you later this week. And then I'll be back next Monday for another post about love and entrepreneurship. In the meantime, keep overflowing. Peace.